All right, good evening, good evening. If you're on, give me just a second. I'm looking to see if I can find my stuff. Here we go. Let's see if that does it. Da, 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 da. Looks like I got it. All right, perfect. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Monday on a Sunday night on a Monday night. I don't know if I'm going to have anybody on live tonight because I'm kind of doing this kind of impromptu. I'm normally here on live on Sunday nights, but with the holidays, we had a barbecue yesterday. I wanted to go ahead and get a card done since I wasn't here last Sunday night. So we're going to get started. So we are going to do a super cool, fun fold for Halloween. So this is a Z card, and it's in the portrait orientation versus horizontal. So this is what it opens up to. It's using a couple of different online exclusives, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So as people bump in, make sure you say hello. Hopefully I'll catch you. We're going to do some stamping first. So first of all, I'm going to show you, we're going to use the Potions and Spells bundle. So this is one of the online exclusives from Stampin' Up. So here's the stamp set. It's a photopolymer set, and then you get these cool little dies. And so you can make a broom, you've got your bubbles, you've got your potions that you can get together. So super cool stuff there. We are going to use the Simply Sparkling set. So this is actually working well because I'm using these bubbles right here. So this is what this set looks like, a super fun set. I've seen cards made with this, super great to add in. And then we are going to use just this little stamp right here with the bats on it just to kind of give it a little flair. And then we're going to use this throughout the year. This is a Stampin' Up catalog item, and we're just going to use that trick or treat. So I'm throwing a little bit of the kitchen sink at it with this fun card. So we're going to start out and do some stamping. So I have a piece of 4 7/8 by 5 3/8 piece of basic white, and this is going to go on the inside, and I am just going to give that trick or treat stamp. We're going to pull out some mementos there, and then, so this is the memento black, and I'm just going to ink it up. Make sure I get it nice, good, and juicy there. We're going to give this a nice little stamp here in the center of that basic white. And I want to do this in the center for sure because I need that front pocket to be covered up. See, I need that covered up. But I think it's cool to have those bubbles sticking out off to the side. So I'm also going to take some lemon lime twist, and we will give it a couple of stamps here. And this is that stamp from that Simply Sparkling. And we're just going to kind of create just a couple of bubbles coming off from that sentiment. All right. Let's go ahead and leave that one out. Set this aside here. I've got a piece of DSP that I cut off. This is some lemon lime DSP that I got from the Bright and Beautiful DSP collection. So when you're making your Halloween cards, find the colors that work for you. Look at our DSP collection. So even if we don't have some Halloween DSP, you can definitely do a lot of different things. I'm going to ink that up in lemon lime twist and give it a stamp. And we'll set that one to the side. And then we'll stamp the inside. Now we do have some Halloween paper coming out. It'll be available Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. So that's going to be a super cool collection of scrapbook paper and I'm inking up that Hocus Pocus from the Potions and Spells now. But there's going to be scrapbook collections that'll be available. There's a fall one, there's a Halloween one, and I think 2 Christmas ones. Okay, now I'm pulling this from the Playful Ghost set. We're just going to stamp it a couple of times just to give it a little bit extra. Oh, you know what? This goes on the inside, so we're going to stamp some more down here. And I'm just going to stamp that randomly. All right. I feel like that's good. Let's go ahead and pull out our envelope and get a couple of those bats with the stars going, just so the front of our envelope is done, because you want as much creativity as you've got here. All right, I feel like, yeah, that's it. All right, set that out of the way. Get this out of the way. This one's stamped. I think the only thing we have left to stamp is I've got a piece of basic white that I die cut with the little things. Hey, Amy, thanks for joining. Kind of a weird time for me, sorry. But I wanted to go ahead and get jumped on. So this super cute die set is an online exclusive. So this is the Happy, what is it? Happy Little Things. And this is my favorite die of all. Like, I use this at least 2 times a week. So I've got this set up, and we're gonna bring out some of the gorgeous grape. And we're gonna stamp that on that banner. We're making a Halloween card tonight. All right, oops. Now we're gonna have to redo that. Let's see here. I almost die cut an extra one just because I was like, nah, sometimes I can't get that one perfectly straight. But that's okay, we can make this work. Oops. All right. We'll bring my little mini machine here that I keep right here at my desk. That works out so well. If you don't have one of these, this is my #1 recommendation for people to get when they're starting, because a die cut machine is an investment. They're pretty expensive, but now where I put those cute, oh, there those cute little dies are. But this little mini machine, hey Michaela, thanks for joining, is perfect to have right at your desk. It takes very little effort, and you've got your die cuts right here. Giving it a little turn, and now we're going to have that perfect sentiment, and it's not even going to be a little bit crooked. There we go. Now, so these little dies are great. I think you get 2 little dies for, I think they're $12. Which I think is a pretty big bargain with as much as you can do with that. All the sentiments you can use with that, everything. All right, so I feel like we've got our die cutting done. We've got our stamping done. I am gonna fussy cut this out. And so it shouldn't take too long because this one's a pretty easy fussy cut. We're just kind of going around those bubbles. Now, one of the things when you're fussy cutting, you definitely want to kind of move your paper around and let your scissors just kind of hold free and move the paper with you. And you want to put that paper all the way up there. It gives you a little more freedom and control, which is what you want. All right, so I think we're ready to put up. Hey, Penny, thanks. Oh, hi, bye. All right, we are going to take my Simply Score tool, and we are going to take an 8. Nope, this is not right. I didn't cut the paper. I didn't cut my black cardstock. Whew, I'm glad I started that. All right, we're going to take a piece of basic black cardstock, and we're going to cut it at 5.5. So that's going to be our card base. We'll set this to the side, and then we're going to bring our Simply Score tool out, and I'm going to look for my dimensions here. There we go. And I'm going to take my Simply Score tool. That's the one that I like to use. So your pick a tool or take a pick tool, you can put that ball edge on there. And this is what I like to do with, I like to leave one of these on here because I use this as my stylus for doing all of my scoring with my cards. So we're going to score at 1 3/4. Oops, that's a little crooked. We're going to score at 3 1/2. I'm going to score at 5 1/4. And then we're going to score one more time at 7. So all these dimensions will be on my blog. I do kind of go over them one more time just so I have a nice deep burnish there. All right, now we're going to take our cardstock and we're going to fold it in half. And I kind of start at the end and work my way over. So I'm just going to burnish that. And then I'm going to fold these in accordion fashion. I'm going to fold and score, or burnish, I guess. I'm going to fold and burnish, and then fold and burnish. And while I had that out here, I should have gone ahead and scored this piece. That doesn't look like the right piece. This is the right piece. Yes. So I have a piece of 4 by 6 1/2. No, yes, 4 by 6 1/2, and we're going to burnish at 3 1/4. So this is going to be really your card front. So we're going to fold that in half. And so this is like I said, this is a double Z fold. And now we're going to get to the fun part. So I have other pieces of that Bright and Beautiful DSP. And I cut these at 5 3/8 by 1 5/8. So we're just going to glue these on here. I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal. And just give that a quick adherence. And I'm going to leave that basic black cardstock kind of peeking out. I did use the same pattern all the way through here. Sometimes I do different patterns for the inside here, like where I'm at. Oop, that looks too short. Hopefully they're not all like that. That one's okay. I may have cut these a little short. All right. Looks like I did all 3 of these like that. That we're just gonna make work. So we'll have a little more up at the top. Probably should have put it at the bottom, but it'll be okay. And then we've got that one that goes in. There we go. So the one thing I did was I just kind of made them all the same in those 3 spots. All right, now we have our purple that's going to go folding in like this. And I feel like, oh, this is the purple that goes here. This is my mat for the inside. That's what it was. So we'll go ahead and put the inside together. All right, so this is a nice little purple peeking out at it. And as you can see, you're going to have those bubbles coming out, which is perfect with this card, with the potions and everything. So my daughter and I are super science geeks, so this is perfect for us. Okay, now I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus on the inside. I like to use this with fun folds just because I feel like they need to have a little more strength. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of sitting this here so that I can see where, make sure that it's straight. And that way, when I snap it down, and I felt it slip. There we go. Make sure it's nice and even. And then we're going to do the same for this piece. And you just need that one strip of Stampin' Seal Plus. And so here's our card mechanism. So let's see if I can find some of those things that I tossed off here. So here's that inside. And so I just need regular Stampin' Seal for this. So I'm going to glue that right there. So that's going to be the inside that you can see. And now we're going to build our front and be done. Super easy card. All right. So what I have is I've die cut a piece of basic black that we're going to adhere down here. But first we're going to add my bubbles wherever I put those at. Here they are. All right, so we're just going to kind of adhere those on there. So I'm going to put just a little bit of Stampin' Seal back there. I'm just going to kind of line that up and center it in the middle. Here we go. Now, let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals to give it a little bit of a pop. Now, this card, it will fit in a standard envelope, but just be aware you'll probably want to put a little bit of extra postage on it because it is going to be, because there are so many layers to it, it is going to be a little on the heavy side. I didn't weigh this one before, but I probably should have. All right, we're going to set that there. So there's our little cauldron. Now I'm going to take a little bit of liquid adhesive. And when you use the liquid adhesive, you want to use just a little bit. So I'm just going to give just a little bit of liquid adhesive on here. Kind of put it up at the top here. And then we're going to line it up so that we have our goo coming off. And our purple and lemon lime twist, not the perfect Halloween colors. I feel like these are like perfect for one another. Okay. Now I've got my sentiment here, and I'm going to take my paper snips, and I'm just going to cut one of those in half, just because it's kind of on the narrow side. So I'm just going to use half dimensionals on this guy. Okay. I got a dimensional cover underneath one of the dimensionals. There we go. All right, let's flip that around here. We're going to line it up. I feel like I need to come down just a scotch, or come over just a scotch. Yeah, there we go. I feel like that's pretty centered. Now, the last thing I need to do is I have die cut more of that lemon lime twist DSP from that Bright and Beautiful collection with the bubbles from the Potions and Toils set, I believe is what it's called. So let's maybe pop that one up. We'll take this dimensional that I tore the cover off of. We'll use it. Now, when I'm using little die cuts, I usually like a pair of tweezers to kind of help me out. So now we're going to take liquid adhesive and just do about 3 of these bubbles. I've got a couple of different sizes. So as we're going up, we probably need that. And I kind of like this little greener one to put here. Okay. Last thing, I've got a package of Tencel Gems, the 4-pack. And so I feel like this is lemon lime twist up here in the top. So we're going to take your pick tool. I'm going to use a couple of the small ones. And I want to make sure that, so there's 5. So when you're doing things, you want to do the power of odds. So I've got 3 and then 2. I feel like that's good. We're going to leave it at that. All right, so that is it for today's card. Just a cute little Halloween fun fold. Let's get the envelope ready and then we'll be done. I will be back here live next Sunday night. I really will be there. This week, the mini catalog goes live. So if you ordered a paper share, I will get all of that on order on Tuesday night / Wednesday morning when the catalog goes live to ensure. Be sure to check back here and on my Facebook page because I'm going to have some, I've got some plans to order some of those scrapbook kits. I can't wait to share those with you guys. If you need a mini catalog, reach out to me. I'm sure we can get one out to you. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, we'll be back here next Sunday night for another card tutorial. Not sure what I'm going to do. We'll see. I got time to plan it out. All right, so here's today's card. If you were by tonight live, I appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Thanks.